Good afternoon from Friedrichshain. Actually, more correctly, I'm somewhere between Treptower Park and Warschauer Straße. So I can say that it's almost Friedrichshain. After all, the passing between the two areas, it's quite smooth and nice to look at, let's say. Yeah, this area is probably one of the models of urbanism in Berlin and in the world in general, to be fair. There's a balance between residential areas, office buildings, playgrounds for kids, sports fields like basketball courts and football courts. And yeah, this balance makes the area quite good. There's also sufficient vegetation here. Yeah, so there's not only concrete without any kind of vegetation. There are trees on the left and the right of the road. There are small kiosks, small bars as well. If you want to hang out with your friends after work in something that is not really too expensive or too crowded, yeah, you have the Spätis with the tables outside. Spätis, which are kiosks, basically. Yeah, cheap beer, 1-2 euros, and company. What more could you want? In an atmosphere, basically, which is quiet. We're very close to a busy area, but we're somewhere on the back streets, like just behind the main. The streets here have the perfect quietness, and it's needed for a residential area where people need also to live, to sleep, to rest, and get a pause from the bustle and hassle that they have to endure at work and on their way to work. So yeah, generally in Germany, there are quiet hours. Like after 10 o'clock in the evening, it has to be quiet everywhere. And yeah, generally, this rule is being applied. And your neighbors will not hesitate to call the police if you really don't respect the rule, which is fair. Everybody needs to recuperate, to rest after they worked. It's normal. Anyway, this is the area, and it has all kinds of buildings. From the 100-year-old, let's say Saxon-Prussian style, which is being refurbished, so the buildings are kind of old, but they're being refurbished, but not that old anyway, to the new buildings, as you can see on the left-hand side. So they're not afraid to actually put in new constructions, rather than just obsessively keep only the old, or make everything look like they are hundreds of years old. No, they can, let's say, adapt their thinking a little bit. There you go. And yeah, there is, let's say, an architectural opposition, contrast, how do you want to call it? One of these, yeah. There's this because as you can look down the road, there will be a church and the Amazon building in the background. You're gonna see it just after the tower of the church. As you go like this, yep, there you go. You will see the Amazon building, that's it. Yeah? And all these different color buildings. And you have supermarkets, very important. Cheap bars, very important. New developments. Myself, I really like this kind of things. I really like this modern stuff. Some people don't, apparently. And as you will see, there are gonna be some very interesting sports grounds. So after this new building, which is amazing on its own, constructions everywhere. Yeah, you're gonna have the sports ground, which is this one. It's a football field basically. And it's not one but three, and a track and field. There you go. So yeah, you have a track and field. Oh, and it's actually a real size, full size football field and a track and field around it. FSV Berolina Stralau. This is the team that actually plays here. So it's probably like some kind of second, third division team, or even lower. I'm not against your team if I offended your classifications, let's say. Yeah. So I'm not really a football fan, to be fair, and I know only the big teams. Anyway, doesn't matter. And yeah, as you can see, there's a children's playground, which is brandly built, basically. This is how these things work. These children's playground work. And everything brand new. Pretty nice. I'll call this a modern neighborhood. And a model neighborhood as well. It is, for me, ideal. And coupled with the fact that Germany has the highest standard of living in Europe, if you exclude small countries like Luxembourg and some parts of Scandinavia, but not whole countries in Scandinavia, because Sweden, apparently Sweden has a lower standard of living than Germany, which makes you wonder, because Germany it's okay, you know what I mean, but it's not like nobody's offering you anything if you don't work. So yeah, standard of living as a metric, it's kind of controversial. And yeah, again, the dichotomy, the contrast between old and new, Amazon building and a church. How lovely. So yeah, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell if you want to get notified whenever I'm posting something new. And yeah, so far so good. So what? Bye bye.